In the previous part we got to know the structure of a simple rule. We deployed the rule into the TCPS instance available through the TLogic portal and we executed the test cases prepared for the rule. As a result of the test we have seen that one test case failed. In this video we'll show how we can easily find with the usage of TCPS what causes the difference between the expected and the actual result. The exercise presented here builds on the fact that we have already successfully executed the exercise of the previous part. If you missed the previous exercise or you'd like to repeat it, you can easily flip back to it on the portal page. In order to try the presented example, please download from the TLogic portal the prepared rule in Excel format. To download the donor condition sample rule you need to log into the portal. If you haven't registered earlier, you can do it now in a few seconds. Only the name and a valid email address are required for registration. You get your password instantly via email. Let's execute again the test cases belonging to the rule. We remember that we've launched the test driver from the TCPS Rule Center interface. Let's select the Eval menu command and click on the Launch Test Driver link. Let's accept the possible security warnings. We covered the security topic in detail in our previous issue. After launching Test Driver, open the donor condition rule downloaded from the TLogic portal and the associated test cases. After the test cases appear on the screen, let's execute all. On the results panel we can see that one of the test cases is red. This means that it hasn't yielded the expected result. In this concrete case we can see that the rule creator has expected the result true for this test case, but the result of the evaluation was false. At the other test cases the result of the evaluation is the same as the result entered into the field expected result. Luckily we can easily find out the reason of the difference. The lower panel is the so-called eval info. This is in fact the full imprint of the evaluation performed in the TCPS engine. The row displayed by default shows the end result, that is that the given evaluation of the donor condition rule is false. If we click on the plus sign to the left of the row, we can find out that the false result originates from a logical AND operator, and that result comes from the single rule segment of the rule. Moving forward in the evaluation tree we can see that the result of the rule segment is defined by the PVS. The result of the rule segment's evaluation is false because the result of each PVS is false. In case of the first PVS, 4 conditions are evaluated. The conditions related to minimum age, maximum age, and body weight are met. However, the evaluation of the condition related to the donor's gender gave a false result. If we take another look at the rule definition, we can see that there is a logical and relation between the conditions. This means that all of them have to be met at the same time. The reason of the result can be traced back up to the point that the value female in the test case doesn't match the value male prescribed in the rule. In case of the second PVS we can see that the donor in the test case is more than 51 years old, compared to the limit of 50 years prescribed in the rule. We can also observe here that the further conditions of the PVS were not evaluated by the engine anymore, because the result of the logical AND operator cannot be other than false if one of the operands is false. Using the radio buttons below the panel can save us many clicks if we'd like to review the evaluation on a certain level. For example, using the Expand to DA option we can quickly assess that in case of the third PVS the condition for minimum body weight is not met, while the fourth PVS cannot be met because of the health condition prescribed there. Our experience shows that in many cases the definition of the test case is incorrect, possibly there is a mistype in the rule. It can happen that the rule editor commits some logical error when creating the rule. Based on eval info it can be quickly determined in all cases whether the test case or the rule needs to be corrected. Especially in case of complex rules containing several hundred or even several thousand conditions, it's a huge help that the reason of the mismatch can be determined with a few clicks. Initially it's difficult to convince the rule creator to define test cases, because he believes this is already the secret science of IT, so in order to avoid conflicts usually there is a great temptation that the rule editor should define the test cases. Undoubtedly, testing can be executed much faster this way. However, this rarely results in error discovery, because in case of rules the majority of errors is not in the implementation but in the specification or in the communication between rule creator and rule editor. Therefore it's very important that the test cases should be created in all cases by the rule creator, that is the client. The objective of rule testing is the verification of compliance with business requirements, that is that the rule creator and the rule editor have understood each other. The fact that this verification is already performed in a very early stage of implementation is a huge advantage. From the portal page you can download a newer version of the rule in which we've corrected the error of the previously examined test case, and we've also defined a new test case. The new case verifies whether juveniles may donate blood to their close relatives in emergency situations. Using the test driver, let's execute the rule's new version. Executing the test case, the rule's response is false, although the expected result according to the Hungarian regulations is true. In our next issue we'll complement the rule in order to handle this case as well, and we'll have a look at what's needed in order to really transform our application just by modifying rules, without modifying the application itself. Hopefully we can also help this way our unlucky vampire.